Hello and welcome to week 7 of the Dented Shield season 3. We have Khemri and Lizardmen today, so this is Geezas versus Primal Rage, Primal _ Rage _. Good ways of duplicating names, I suppose. Kick-off toss. Right, so these are our standings as we are. So this is second versus fourth. Geezas 5-0-1. The Lizardmen 2-2-2. And look at the standings. I'm chasing the a top 4 finish here. So, and I think I need Geezas to win this one, and then for me to beat Sons of Mischief in the final game, for me to finish in the top 4. I think that's the only way I can do it. Although it might depend on how Manly Men and Purple Pants do this week as well. But I think the key thing I'm looking for is a defeat here, so I can finish in the top 4. Put it out the kick, so Lizardmen are kicking, and it's a high kick, which is very helpful for Khemri with their lack of speed. Let's pop up the just advances. I think actually for now we'll do that. Look at the Lizardmen first. So not many advances for Lizardmen. We've got a block skink here, lots of sidestep, so 3 with sidestep, 1 with diving tackle as well. I think diving tackle and sidestep as a combination makes it for a really dangerous player, because you're often wanting to get a diving tackle player out of the way for someone who might need to dodge, and sidestep can help keep them in touch with that person. Only Saurus who's levelled is 1 on block here, who also has a niggling injury. 5 other unlevelled Saurus, unlevelled Kroxigor, 2 skinks on the bench. That is how they stand. So Geezas are down a Tomb Guardian who has guard and I think movement 3. But so there are two unlevelled Tomb Guardians, and then this one, Mighty Blow and Piling On, so is the big hitter of the team. Who else I have here? So both Blitzrars are back. One was missing last game. Both just on 2-star player points. Might be a player that would be good to score some touchdowns on if they can. Got a Wrestle Skeleton over here. Unlevelled skeleton, I think 2 unlevelled skeletons here, and then 2 Throwrars at the back. This one with Fend and Leader, and I think this one is unlevelled, and is the one who's about to move for the high kick. Yeah, it's an unlevelled one. We'll go down to just advances now to give us a bit more screen space back. So that's going to be 5+ catch, not successful, but it's a tackle zone on the ball straight away. And starting off with knocked out Saurus. That's the block one as well. Important play for the Lizardmen. And just to push back on the Kroxigor. That was keep in touch. So Tomb Guardians all putting 2 dice blocks down, as you'd expect. But then we've got Blitzrars in here, so probably going to be looking at blitzing this Saurus, it looks like, with this one. He's 1 more assist for 2 dice. Just to push shot, use a reroll though, and gets that knocked down. Quite a lot of rerolls for this team. They're on 5 with Leader as well, including Leader rather. And some safe moves over here, so making this the quite obvious point of attack. So I'm sure we'll see some Saurus redeployed over here in the Lizardmen turn. Probably some skinks as well. This throw coming to keep up. It looks like there's a relatively safe pocket in here. Would have to look out for skinks coming around this way. I don't think any of the Saurus have the pace for that. What we do have here though is box. If there's a much use they can make of this box, because they sort of need to push this guy into this one really to pop him out there and leave him a bit exposed, but I don't think there's much can be done about that. He's going for a blitz with the Saurus. So if the Saurus had the movement, just small things like if the Saurus had the movement to get there and could have blitzed in there, could have pushed back into the throw and pushing back a square. but that's not necessarily that helpful. Probably more useful is following up to mark the ball carrier. Doesn't look like the Croxigore is going to get a 2 dice hit. Could do on this one on the left there, though. Does get a knockdown. Indeed, 2 assists for that. Couple of dice at that blitzer. 3 Saurus here, not sure where they're going to be going. So another marker on the ball carrier. Putting that one there does leave the option of blocking this one for a free dodge away from the sort of more dangerous players here, if you want to do that with the ball carrier. Second knocked out Saurus we've seen. So the Tomb Guardians putting shifts in. Double skulls. Croxigore being effectively kept under wraps by the Tomb Guardians. Making that a blitz as well, so risky because it needed that defender down. Any other result, this throw would have been stuck, marked. But over here, where it's relatively safe, can watch this back corner as well, just in case. I suppose this Saurus manages to find a way through. Push back there, staying in there because this is an important space to defend, so good to do that. Don't think, that's pretty risky. I mean, that's potentially a good opportunity to let this Saurus in round the back. Maybe if this one gets knocked over, you've got a blitz on this one from here, and a Saurus in your back line. Gone there instead. This might still be a good blitz target this turn if you this sort of outlying skeleton over here, just defending this space. Although actually no, sorry, can get in there, so that's probably the better move. Not really good enough. And a third knocked out Saurus. So only 2 turns in, and we've seen 3 Saurus knocked out. On that, both down. Tomb Guardians accounting for the other 2. So yeah, sidestep is good protection against blitzes if the player throwing the block doesn't want to be moving. And that's what we saw there. Without sidestep, we'd be able to push back somewhere else and get that blitzer where it was wanted. Dangerous Tomb Guardian looking for a target. It'll be 3 dice if they want to hit a skink, which might be the most effective way to get them down. No, I think it's important here, and I saw some of this game, but I don't remember everything that happened, but I think it's important here to not throw this 1 dice block, because this is an important point of defence. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it's a skull. Yeah, so that's left. Yeah, but that basically had to be a 3+ roll to not be terrible. I mean, I think the only real target we've got, or real opportunity we've got, is a Croxigore Blitz is dangerous, but I mean, big guy risks are risky anyway. Big guy blitzes rather, but that one is successful. Pretty friendly scatter for the Khemri there. Could have chain pushed the ball carrier out somewhere else, but it wasn't really anywhere useful to put it. So following up to stand on it instead is probably the better move there. Might have risked the. It probably would it have been 3 dice uphill. I think it would have been 3 dice uphill. Probably not really worth the. I'm just trying to see what happened there. I'm going to have to look back at the dice. It looked like, because the way it flashed up with knocked out straight away, it's like they re-rolled. So beat armour. And that's knocked out on the stunty player. So re-rolled. No, it isn't knocked out on the stunty player. Or with Mighty Blow. Yeah, with Mighty Blow it is. So stunty and knocked out made that. Yeah, 7, which is, yeah, knocked out on the stunty. Yeah, so re-rolling a... can't see what happened. And then piling on was piling on was still a 6. Yeah, but re-rolling a knocked out is risky. But yeah, it was still knocked out after. Sorry for that pause. I was a bit confused with what had happened. I sort of wouldn't expect to see a knocked out re-rolled because they'd just end up stunned. It's a real shame after getting a player off the pitch. Yeah, so Khemri coming away with the ball now. We've got a skeleton on the ball. He's on 2 points, so scoring could be helpful. Scoring on this blitzer might be even better though, but that's a 4+ handoff at some point, so I'm going to go try that. Stand up there. I've got 2 dice here. Just to push back. Following up keeps that Saurus marks, but also gives our potential 1 dice up. We're running out of Lizardmen here, so I had 4 knockouts, down to 7 players. So I'll go through it there. Going for the Croxicore dodge, desperate measures coming there. So is it 5+ for a Croxicore dodge, which was failed. So we saw the Lizardmen, Saurus dodging a couple of weeks ago to make attempts on the ball. Didn't work this time with the Croxicore. So skeleton holding up there. Got a blitz on this Saurus for 2 dice. Saurus knocked down. Got 2 dice over in this one. I can't remember if there was movement or not, but if there was movement to get it around here, you could just push the skink straight off the pitch. Didn't see where that throw came from. Top-notch analysis there, not really noticing things. But yeah, when you've got a diagonal like that, standing someone in that square means only available pushback spaces are off the pitch. But that skink's pretty effectively trapped in there anyway. Just to push that way. Just this blitzer to act. So Croxicore straight up and down here to force the issue a bit, and that's a failed dodge down there. Trying to escape from the touchline. Yeah, 2 to 1 on the same dodge. So Khemri could just pop this in this turn if they want. But they are dominating the pitch as well, so it might be an opportunity to get the numbers much more in their favour for the second half. I think we're seeing a blitz on the Croxicore from the Big Soon Guardian. She's a knockdown. So another go at rolling 10+ on 2d6. Probably worth the go. This looks like a foul in the offing. That the blitzer's failing. Okay, fouling. Blitzer foul to assert dominance. Got away with it as well. That's a lot of player to risk on a foul. I thought this skeleton lineman would be more appropriate. Gets a stun on that Saurus. Watching Khemri is so slow. Okay, so holding it up there, and I think looking to enjoy the dominance they have on the pitch with the big outnumber. It's 11 plays 7, isn't it? Yeah. Fell bonehead there. Looks like that was going to be a blitz. Not really any other options for the Lizardmen at this point though. Some prone players have kept down. Which ones are the blitzers? Oh, this one and this one. So they're not going to be blitzing with a blitzer. Probably the big Tomb Guardian is going to be the one we see. Oh, no, there's no targets. Don't know if we're going to see a blitz this turn. Ah, this one. Okay, this one on the skink is 3 dice. Still just a push though, and that's got them in there. So push, hitting a sidestep one here means they could go in contact with the ball carrier, but use the reroll to make sure of the knockdown that time, and popping it in there. To go 1-0 up, so a very effective and efficient first half from the Khemri here. Not rushing the touchdown in, and dominating the pitch. Now we're all over him. I need the skink back as well, so 3 Saurus still knocked out. Gonna be a 2-turn drive for the Lizardmen, and they're down 3 Saurus, but still on. I think that's going to put them on 10 players, isn't it? It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So this is going to make it very difficult to get 2 dice on the Tomb Guardians. This setup is some quick snap vulnerability, like we point out. I think if the Croxigor and this Saurus swap places, and we make sure this Tomb Guardian is marked, the Croxigor can get 2 dice on a Tomb Guardian. The Croxigor needs an assist, so it kind of needs to be there with an assist there, which could be a skink. Doesn't need to be a Saurus. Probably a skink in there would be good as well, because it's an easy dodge away afterwards, rather than having to keep the Tomb Guardian marked, which is dangerous. Just have a skink there to dodge away, prevent the assist and then dodge away. But going here, so the ball is this side. Most of the line of scrimmage is this side, but they've made their blitz there. I think I'd have gone round here and then brought as many players around as possible to screen a skink with the ball down here, because it's turn 7. They've got to be down here with the ball, or at least 1 or 2 scoring threats. Sure needed that go for it, but that might have been an accident. I do those all the time. So we want loads of players around here to screen. Kind of why I think the blitz on this player might have been better, because you could have a Saurus, could have knocked this player over and had these players marked up. That's quite effective screening. I think I'd want 1 more for the pitch control. So 1 dice for the Croxigor is a skull, and knocked out. Another knockout, Croxigor gone as well. And that's a turnover. I think, pretty sure it would have been a go for it, but if this skink had gone 1 more there, it's just a bit more pitch control, because it's not just this square, it's these ones as well, meaning it's a long way round for a Khemri player to go to hit this skink. At the moment, this blitzer is danger, and it's 1, 2, 3, where are we, 4, 5, 6, it's 1 go for it for 2 dice on the ball. It's what they're giving up there, but if that skink's there, the blitzer's got to come around that way, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 go for it. It's only 1 more go for it. Khemri have a team reroll. Not sure moving this away makes that any easier, so this is just the one go for it. She's failed, so team reroll is needed in turn 8 to prevent the touchdown, and gets it. And I think this skink can just about reach. Let's pick up in a tackle zone, which is 4+, now 5+. And that one can't score either now. And another knockout, so another Saurus knocked out. It's 4 Saurus and the Croxigor all knocked out as it stands. Just looking at who might be able to score. This skink reach. It's 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 2 go for it. So this skink can still score. It's dodge there and there, both 3+. 3, 4, pick up on a 5. Dodge there on a 3, there on a 3. And then 2 go for it. 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 2, 2 for the score. It's the only play they've got if they're going to level it at half time. No one else can reach. Well, this Saurus can reach, but that's not happening. So what's the pick up the foul. Looked like the skink moved through all of those tackle zones rather than just out there. So made, I think, 2 more dodges than necessary. Found the pick up anyway, though. That was always going to be the harder part. So 2 Saurus and a Croxigor back for the second half. Where they are down. Lizardmen are attacking. And they're on. I think they're going to be on 11 players now, aren't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so Lizardmen have 11 players. Khemri still have their full squad, so that's 12 players. Setting up wide to give the skinks no easy way through. Still a bit quick snap vulnerable. I don't know if we'll see that exploited or, of course, even rolled. But yeah, I would be attacking in this situation. Actually, we swap ends at half time. Yeah, when faced with this defensive setup, I'd want a Saurus here, and then these ones here as well, because you can step forward and get 2 dice blocks on all of these players along this line. And you're not going to get 2 dice blocks on the Tomb Guardians. Quick snap wasn't rolled anyway. Deep kick is a touchback. Saurus on the ball. Yeah, 13 star player point Saurus. He's going to want to score. I'll make this ball safe somehow, which might mean dropping back, going for a blitz with the ball carrier. So he gets a knockdown. Not really anywhere to go there though, because that blitz didn't create any space. And blitzing, and then straight in there. So trusting the Saurus's strength to try and protect him. Blitzing this thrower would have created a gap they could get through. Thrower does have fends though, so wouldn't have been able to follow up, and would have needed movement afterwards to get off of the touchline. But might have been a good spot to try and protect the ball from, just in there. So just going for a big block of lizards to not give him any 2 dice block attempts, I don't think. Another 1 dice from the Croxigor. Not following up, so it does leave Tomb Guardians free, so there are 3 Tomb Guardians who can move. This one, so no assist for the Lizardmen here. 1, 2, 3, 4, so 1 go for it for 2 dice on the ball. What they've left there. This one's just moving here though. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2 go for it for that one. This one less risky for the blitz. Could have swapped over what those 2 did. Makes both go for it, so double skulls, and then gets it down. So ball's loose down there. The Saurus score attempt ends abruptly. not too bad a scatter for the lizards, but I can stand a Tomb Guardian next to it, which is not going to be easy to shift. And both down there. So 1 tackle zone each on the ball. Saurus and a Tomb Guardian. It's the Lizardmen turn, so they can go for a 4+ pickup in the tackle zone, or they can try and shift this Tomb Guardian, which the Croxigore is going to have a go at. So just pause it there. Just because if they've been stuck with a pushback here, they weren't, because they've knocked him down. There's still been a Tomb Guardian standing on the ball, blitzing from that square instead. Tomb Guardian's there and away from the ball. If they're stuck with a pushback, just a bit of forward planning on where you blitz from can be safe. It was fine anyway because it knocked him over, so a bit of a moot point as it happened. But if that was a pushback, wouldn't have helped the situation. Foul dodge there for an injury. Sidestep skink. Just a badly hurt, but he's out of the game. First injury we've had, first casualty. Tomb Guardian back up. We've got 3 Lizardmen tackle zones on the ball. Skink steps onto the ball to scatter it. And in this skink's hand, so 3 dice on the ball, just to push back with the reroll. Big block of players, so we're just pushbacks everywhere. I could have freed up this blitzer. I think what they did have, this is a bit retroactive now, but I think if the blitzer had pushed back the skink there, the thrower was then free over here, could have come in here, 2 dice on the ball. Hasn't got block and would have been fishing for a straight up pal, but was a missed opportunity there. Dropped a skeleton back for protection, and go for a blitz here on this skink, which is double skulls, and a stun on that skeleton. So ball run over here where the space is. All the Khemri on the pitch apart from this skeleton are marked. Don't know that those go for it's necessarily gain them much. If anything, took them closer to this skeleton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yeah, that go for it is helpful though. And that one's so pretty well protected. Khemri are going to have to work hard to free up a player to go have an attempt at the ball here. That one's not going to be able to do it. That's what's that, 5+, 4+, and then still needs to take assists out. So Skink not able to get out of there. Used dodge earlier, team reroll here, does get it away. Could have seen that drop in there for an assist for the Croxigore. Might have been worthwhile. This skeleton has quite a lot to do. I think the blitz this turn is probably on this one from this skeleton. Might be about the best we've got. Have freed up a thrower over here. No, it's that skeleton moving in. Got the wrestle guy here as well. Maybe I haven't got 3 dice because that's and 1 dice there. Just a push back. This thrower freed up. Let's come back here. Yeah, it gives the skinks not that much space to operate in. I think blitz on here is what we should be seeing in this skink. push, but can follow up onto the ball. But he's following up into a Saurus, so you can just hit it. And they're both down. For a turnover. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good freeing up of players there by the Khemri coach, and then putting that line in. Got a space there. Can either dodge away with the ball carrier or use this Saurus to just hit this guy. Didn't do that. Went for the run. Now you can see other dodges. Let's just make the ball safe down here. Gone for that now, so it's a pushback anyway, which wouldn't have helped. Ball carrier would still need to dodge. 2 dice for the Croxigore. He's a knockdown. For a knockout on the big Tomb Guardian. Yeah, more skinks down here. Dodge to end the turn. What can we have here? I'm not sure they've really got space to get around. So quicker players, those throwers and blitzers. Blitzer back here, who can't do anything. Surely the other one is. Just put all the skills on. Oh, I haven't got anything at the moment. I think that's the other one. So that one's not involved. This throw is best hope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 go for it to mark. Or we need to dodge, and 2 go for it to get 2 dice on the ball. It's probably worth taking. To try and prevent the touchdown, but it's a risky move, so safer stuff to do first. Yeah, it's 4 plus dodge and 2 go for it from this thrower. Or maybe this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, same deal for this one, but the dodge is right at the beginning rather than through there. He's taking that blitz on. Makes a dodge. And both go for it, but it's just a pushback and then a power on the reroll. So good play by that thrower, doing everything necessary. 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus for this skink to score this turn, unless they can. Not sure they'll get rid of that tackle zone easily. They've used their blitz here anyway. Cross score, taking a pushback. Following up there would have given 2 dice with this Saurus on the blitzer. Made the 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus, and that is 1-1. Lizardmen still down a lot of players. So Big Tomb Guardian stays knocked out, both Saurus back, so Lizardmen now just down that badly hurt skink, which means they've got 11 on the pitch. Khemri still have 11 on the pitch as well, but they're down a Tomb Guardian. And it is a Khemri attack, and they've got 4 turns to try and get the ball over the line, which could be a bit of an ask for a slow moving team. Definitely need some good ball retrieval. Kept both throwers back to cover that end of the pitch. Setting up for 2 dice on the Saurus in the middle. If they come off, they'll get 2 dice on both the other Saurus as well, but they'll be leaving the Croxigore alone, I think. Perfect defence though. Stepping some of those back, taking away those 2 dice blocks from the Tomb Guardians. They can't completely avoid both Tomb Guardians though, so I've just left 1 2 dice block on, and they'll have to try and build more 2 dice blocks if they want to, or if they can. But they've protected the tackle zones around these end players really well. going to struggle to get any other 2 dice blocks here. Pretty sure we'll see this Tomb Guardian Blitz though. Saurus available for that here. Might be better to do perhaps with the Blitzer. They need to start making an advance up the pitch. Got the ball safe, and then when I picked it up, didn't pick it up in fact. Double failure with sure hands. And that is a loose ball which the Lizardmen may be looking to seize on here. So as it stands, it's a 4+ pickup. Skinks are going forwards to be a threat and a pressure. And the Khemri didn't gain any ground in that last turn, so they're now leaving themselves with a three turn score. And are pretty slow. Here is our blitz. It's like one of these skeletons protecting the ball. Just a knockdown on the thrower. So Fend keeping him from marking this thrower up. So this thrower can still go for the pickup next turn and kind of has to do it. Yeah, has to succeed because they'll be losing it next turn if not. And then, yeah, I guess trying to throw to this Blitzer and get it down the pitch is where the Khemri's next turn kind of has to go. Saurus back here to watch out for anyone breaking for it. Gone for the Blitz there. 2 rerolls left for them, and that's a knockdown. I'd say Khemri's priority this turn has to be getting the ball to this Blitzer and getting it up the pitch. So need 4+ with sure hands, making some gains on the pitch this time though. Blitzer's come back. Where's their second Blitzer actually? Is it in here? It's in there. Let's pick up failed again. Sure hands fake skill. So 275% pickup chances failed. And yeah, in real trouble now. The Khemri, so this Saurus to hit that skeleton at some point. Tackle zones on the ball, like it says pickups 5, and also that 3 dice block. That knocked down. 2 Lizardmen tackle zones. Could go for a 4+ pickup here to just run it in. Which is fouled. Team reroll. So that comes off, and then a dodge to run it in, and that's 2-1. So a really good comeback from Lizardmen, who I think finished the first half with 5-6 players on the pitch, and then yeah, made all the pickup rolls they needed to second half to win that one. Tomb Guardian back a bit late, but is available for some last turn hitting. They got 2 turns left, Khemri. Yes, a 2-turn Khemri touchdown is a very big ask. Lizardmen really need to defend their flanks here, although they'll probably kind of be fine. A couple of Saurus deep might be useful to watch for an attack and being able to snuff it out. And things like this block skink could be useful on sweeping duties. Some diving tackle maybe to get on the ball carrier at the end of this turn. Khemri don't want to be dodging at the best of times, but if it's going to be a 6+, even less so. Let's roll in the blocks first. But if they want to score, they need people up the pitch like before they do anything risky. At least a couple of players who have to be at least to go for it from scoring. So the skeleton now throwing that go for it to try and get there. And no turnovers left, and that's no one in scoring range. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, so a blitzer on at least that line is the minimum they needed to be able to score next turn. Yeah, nobody can score at this point, so protecting the ball not that essential. Blocking diagonally there meant a pushback could have gone there, could have had another go with this one. But it's here to, I think, pretty much end the game for the Lizardmen. Protection for this one. Won't be any 2 dice blocks on that Saurus. And preserving the skinks. I don't think they were in danger of being hit anyway. There's a knockdown on that one. For an injury, so right at the end there, it's a niggling injury on the block skink. Yeah, looks like both of those rolls were the same. Could go for a consolation pass with this thrower as well if they want. But yeah, a couple of points at the end there for that thrower. A frustration blitz. Wonder if that's the same one who's failing to pick it up 2 turns in a row. And that's how you 2 dice uphill block. For the knockout. Now it's picked up and pass no good, and that is our game. So 2-1. I think surprise 2-1 win is fair, especially with the way the first half went. Well, Lizardmen are totally out of the game, and not getting all those Saurus back from with the knockout rolls, but came over 2-1 win, kept at it, and got that. So MVP landing on the thrower, who levelled. That's the one who got the casualty at the end, I think. Yeah, it is. And then this sidestep diving tackle skink, who probably didn't need it as much as some other players. I'm sure there are many Saurus who could have benefited from the MVP. Lots of blocks from outblocking. Don't often see a Lizardmen team outblocked for that much, but they were here. I think spent a lot of the game missing a lot of Saurus, and not that many star player points generated, which is good for everyone else in the league. I think very little in the way of casualties in that game. Just 2 skinks, I think. Yeah, this was a big player, especially right at the end. In that final Khemri attacking drive, 4 foul pickup rolls came then, and really cost them the game. That was where the second Lizardman touchdown came from. That was 1 pass attempt right at the end, just for the point. 1 dodge was made, which was a ball sack. Let's see, waking up after knockout. It's a 50-50 roll, so that's probably fair enough. But they were actually 3 of the fouled Saurus ones were in like turn 8 or something. So they got another go again a turn later. Catches, but that's all bouncing balls and stuff. Yeah, how the block dice look. Yeah, so not that many blocks being thrown by the Lizardmen. It wasn't just not many successful blocks, but they weren't throwing as many. You normally see these numbers much higher, more like this, with everything in double figures. Yeah, let's have a look at how he stands. So 3 games played so far this week. That was that one. This was Necromantic against Halflings, which finished 4-1. I don't think we had no Halflings die this week, which was nice. Loner MVP, who was hired. I think this halfling was knocked out several times in the game, and obviously won the MVP, because that's how that works. Quite close on blocking, and lots of knocks out inflicted, and some casualties. 3 casualties from the halflings, only 1 for the necromantic. Yeah, so apart from touchdowns, halflings had a good game and generated quite a few points there. Well, looking to dice and everything on every game. This game, this was Chaos Dwarfs against Norse. Finished 3-0 Chaos Dwarfs. These Bull Centaurs are just piling on star player points every game. MVP Ulf Werner though, for the level. We're going to look at the 6 teams who've played this week so far, see how they stand ahead of the playoffs, and the standings, of course, as well. Yeah, let's look at the leaderboard. So this is how we stand now. That does mean I almost certainly can't finish 4th now. I don't actually know how, when teams have the same record. So if I win my last game, I have the same record as this North team, 3-1 and 3, because I'm here, the Underworld. And I don't know, I've never been able to find out what actually happens. I think from playing in leagues before, it looks like it's the amount of touchdowns you score, or your touchdown difference is the sort of deciding factor when you have the same records, but I really don't know. I can't find a definitive answer anywhere. But I think that's it, and I had a look through all of our games earlier, all the results, and I need to win by 6 touchdowns to finish 4th, if that is the case, and I don't think that's happening, because I think the most I've scored in the game is 2 with this team, and I've conceded quite a lot. I think the Norse will have the same record as me. Yeah, they'll have the same record as me if they beat me, who are in 7th place, and they'd need to win by, I think, 3 to go above me. So the minimum I want is for that not to happen when we play, which is going to be tomorrow, Wednesday. But yeah, other than that, I think this is more or less how the table is going to finish. I think my best hope is finishing 5th, going into the final playoffs, and we have 2 separate playoffs for the top 4 and bottom 4. Yeah, so that is coming up next week after the Underworld against North game, which we still have to play. So let's look through the 6 teams who've played their 7th games. This is the last regular season game. So it's the North team who started with the Yeti, have a strength 5 of Werner now, so that was the one who MVP leveled, I think. Yeah, must be, because that one hasn't leveled. So strength 5 of Werner, pretty scary. That Werner there. We've got a Mute 5 lineman with Dauntless lineman, Frenzy lineman, Tackle lineman, Sure Hands lineman. This thrower's missing the next game. Nothing permanent though, so they're down a reroll for their semi-final game. Lyman, so Yeti's leveled and taken Mighty Blow, so Claw and Mighty Blow as a combo are deadly. I think we talked about that last week. Lyman there, God, Berserker, and a couple of runners, 2 runners in the team. I think this team has the highest rating in the league, 1460. Oh no, Chaos Dwarfs have gone up above them now. I think when they played each other, the Chaos Dwarfs were lower on team value as well, so it even had some inducements. I'm not sure what they were. But this is how they stand. So up to 14 players. Block, Dodge, Hobgoblin missing the semi-final next week, so they would be 1680 with that player in. So what they got: Break, Tackle, Block, Sure Hands, Bull Centaur, Block, Mighty Blow, Bull Centaur, Minotaur with no levels. Mighty Blow piling on blocker, 2 guard blockers, 2 blockers, movement 3 blocker. That Hobgoblin missing. Dirty player Hobgoblin, and then 3 Hobgoblins with no levels. Bulking out the squad, so up to 14, 4 rerolls. I don't think you'd really want any more than 4 rerolls, because they're just going to add team value and you're probably not really going to use them that much. So Necromantic have played their 7th game as well. They beat the Halflings 4-1 this week. So Flesh Golem, Mighty Blow, Flesh Golem, White Tackle White. I think this was the only level they got in the last game, so the Dodge Werewolf picked up Block, and another Block Werewolf, 2 Block Zombies, 3 Zombies, and a Ghoul. And they're on 2 rerolls. I think they're saving up for a 3rd reroll, as far as I remember. Khemri. So Khemri have got their 4th Tomb Guardian back for the next game, which is that movement 3 guard one who missed the last match. Guard might have been useful to have in there. Well, guard's always useful, so probably would have been. But yeah, two other unleveled Tomb Guardians and that Mighty Blow piling on one. Yeah, that thrower MVP was the only level they got in the last game, which took block, 2 blitzers and no levels, fend leader 1, and then 5 skeletons, 1 with wrestle, and there are 4 rerolls, which is plenty really. And they've got basically, I think, all the players they're going to want as well. Might want to add skeletons for more bench, but I think the coach can be quite happy with how the team is. They're going to want some levels on the blitzers surely, but because that's the thing this team's been missing. These blitzers not leveling has been a bit of a hampering factor, I think. Obviously this Team Guardian's just piling on star player points, and this Wrestle Lineman's almost at a 2nd level. But we are so we haven't played yet. They haven't played yet. Lizardmen, who we just saw, I'm not sure if they picked up any levels in that last game. Oh, another block skink. So rolled another double on the skink. So block. Yeah, that's everyone. So yeah, 6 Saurus, 1 with block and a niggling injury. Unleveled Croxigore. This is a niggling injury block skink who's missing the semi-final. Block skink, 3 sidestep ones, 1 with diving tackle, and then 2 unleveled skinks. And halflings, I think, yeah, hired that MVP who, the loner MVP. Where is he? Yeah, Sancho Tomato. There we go. The only one with a AI generated name. Got his, movement 4 sidestep halfling. He's missing the semi-final. Looks like that was the only injury of that game. 3 there. Wrestle halfling. Unleveled halfling. Diving tackle. Jump up. Yeah, jump up's a good addition to diving tackle. Reduces the benefit somewhat of using diving tackle. Sorry, the drawback of using diving tackle. Most of the time when you dive in tackle as well, you're causing a turnover. You'd like to hope, and then it's effectively as if they're standing at the beginning of the next turn. Sidestep, halfling, grab tree man. Other tree man hasn't leveled yet. This one's been piling on casualties. I think that's 6 casualties this tree man's got. I don't think it's had any MVPs or anything. I can't have because it'll be an odd number if it did. What's casualties? Yeah, 6 casualties. Tree man is going for it. Other ones just got the 2. Needs to share them out so Peter Sellers can level as well. Yeah, but that's where we are. Last game this week is Secret Dwellers against Sons of Mischief, Underworld against Norse. To decide some of these final playoff places, I think the top 4 and the bottom 4 are pretty much set as they are. So we're going to have semi-finals are going to be Kazdorfs against Norse, who just played, and Kazdorfs just won it 3-0. And we'll have Khemri and Lizardmen, who also just played, and Lizardmen won it 2-1. So that is almost certainly the pairings for the playoffs there. With these 2 teams still to play, these 4 teams are I can't see them not being the bottom 4 as they finish, but the order is up for grabs, and could be anywhere. I think it's most likely either going to be exactly as it is, or these 2 teams swapping. So it's which team is going to play the halflings next, which team is going to play the Norse next. I think that's the most likely outcome, because I don't think it's going to be a big win either way. I think this will be a close game. But yeah, that is going to come later this week, and then either next week or the week after. I can't remember if we're taking a break. We'll start the playoffs and have some of those. I'll try and cover as many of the playoff games as I can, as time will allow. Hopefully all of them. So it's only 6 more matches. Might as well get them all in. But yeah, we'll see you later in the week for Underworld versus Norse.